So, Brett, you may not be able to answer this question, but to me, it seems like it's almost like the self-directed IRAs of the world. Not many people know about them. Everyone should. Why don't more people know about the Deferred Sales Trust?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're kind of like a 1031. We're kind of like a self-directed IRA. We're kind of like a 401k. The reason is because it takes a group of professionals who to actually execute this. It's not like just forming an LLC, okay? And when I first started 11 years ago, I didn't know a thing, right? But after 10,000 hours with the tax attorneys, going through the CPAs, overcoming all the false beliefs of, is this thing legal? It's too good to be true. It's that belief part, and it's actually seeing the deals close that creates the momentum for people to do things, right? Until they have a guide or a coach, and it's not unlike probably what you guys do for people buying their first multifamily property, right? Or their first 100 units or their first syndication, right? It's too good to be true, or I can't do it until somebody does it. And so the answer is A, it's proprietary, to also answer your question, right? There's literally one law firm in the entire United States that were my business partners that do this. There's just a handful of individuals like myself who are forming the trusteeships. And the last thing is we have financial advisors, thousands now across the nation, that also offer it for their clients. But the best way to really answer that question is by telling you another story of a gentleman who worked for PIMCO. And this gentleman, if you heard of a guy named Bill Gross, but Bill Gross is one of the most respected. He's kind of like a Warren Buffett for the financial advisor world. He's one of the most respected guys, and he had 5 guys that took PIMCO about 20 years ago from about 80 billion to 1.2 trillion, and then they all retired, got a big payday. Well, 4 of the 5 got bored, and a gentleman in particular named David Young got bored, and they formed a group called Anfield Capital, and realized these guys have been in business for 30 years. They get approached with stuff all the time, and especially tax strategies, and they just say no to everything. Well, about 2.5 years ago, they get approached with the Deferred Sales Trust, and they have the exact same question. Why doesn't everyone know about this? Why isn't everyone doing this? Seems too good to be true. But they did their due diligence, and they just didn't do it for a month or two. They did a full 2-year due diligence. And they brought their legal team, they brought all of their folks, and sat down with the tax attorney, laid it all out for 2 days on a table. And after that 2 days, they walked out with 2 conclusions. First thing is this, and which is what everyone, I think, has come to realize once they meet with my business partner, that A, that's the smartest guy we've ever met, and 2, we're all in. Not only is it legal, but we are willing to put our names on this, and they became a part of the inner circle. They are the advisory team. So the simple question is this: if it's good enough for David Young, 30 years in the business, his entire legal team, is it good enough for you? And sometimes the answer might be no, because some folks say, I need to have my trusted general, CPA say yes, but he's just a general practitioner. He's not a brain surgeon, deferred sales trust, capital gains tax expert. And that's really the rub there. It's that emotional thing of getting over, I don't know, because I've never had a friend do it, or my trusted advisor doesn't know about it. However, we will do no-cost due diligence, and we'll help train and coach those CPAs once they sign the NDAs, and oftentimes they end up joining us, Gino.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.